But the very seed of that resurrection hope, the very seed of that life-altering truth is planted right here in Genesis 22. Verse 4 tells us, look at verse 4. It says, on the third day, Abraham lifted up his eyes, and he saw the place of sacrifice. For Abraham, Isaac was already as good as dead. He was in his heart. He was willing to obey the Lord. And so for 3 days as he traveled, his son was as good as surrendered to the Lord. He was as good as dead. He was steadfast on being obedient to the Lord. In his mind, in his heart, in his will, his son was gone. He was carrying the anguish of a father who had given up his son. He was grieving the loss of his promised child. But on the third day, as the knife was in his hand, God gave Isaac back. God restored him. He resurrected him to new life, figuratively for Isaac, but truly nonetheless. And from here forward, the third day becomes God's signature on new life, culminating obviously in Jesus. You know, it's God descends upon Mount Sinai and forms a covenant that was going to provide new life to Israel. Guess what? On the third day. Joshua leads Israel across the Jordan into the land of the promise on, guess what? The third day. They were exiting this life of slavery. They were exiting this life of lostness in the wilderness, and they were coming into a life of abundance and promise. God healed King Hezekiah from disease and added years to his life. Guess what? On the third day. Jonah spends 3 days and 3 nights in the belly of a fish and emerges to new life after that judgment. And say it with me now. On the third day. And after asking the Jews to fast and pray, Esther approaches the king. She intercedes for her people, and they are saved on the third day. God's whispering the same message. Watch. On the third day, new life is coming. And then this pattern reaches its climax when the angel declared on the third day, he is not here. He is risen.